together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing!
All right. Everything looks nominal. And you didn't scuttle the ship. Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anytime. Thank God.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a buoyancy regulator?
I can guess.
Don't get smart. You want to see the Brotherhood's greatest warship brought down by bugs?
All right. Just don't tell Ingram, okay?
Fine. But there's a reason. Food's not allowed near the instrumentation. Hail Knight.
Sense, the worst. They hide in plain sight.
Tighten up the meter.
Like that?
Now split the difference.
There.
Now half.
You gonna do it?
No. I think we've almost got it.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prigman's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, sister?
Just point me to the action.
I applaud your enthusiasm, Knight. Let's get right to it, then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Super mutants. I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super mutants are no better than Sentinels. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing technology. Whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of circuits. It's the wrong path for science. As members of the Brotherhood, it's our sworn duty to exterminate these abominations in every form. So, can I count on you to get the job done?
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. It's a miniature nuclear payload, in a man-portable format. A squad of troops armed with one of these is virtually unstoppable. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed, and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Death from above is the only way to fly.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Instruments are green, and we're cleared for release.
Having the Prydwen moored above the airport keeps the Brotherhood within striking distance of the city.
them in your sights. Primary target down. Look, thankfully, we're going to find a place to set her down and then hightail it back to the Bridwin for repairs.
Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris here. Should the need arise, this fortification would make an excellent fallback point. Quite a bit of trash to get through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
I hear something. Someone there.
gone dark.
Standing down.
Sweet.
Oh, here's unexpected message. I heard that soldiers.
Yes.
But in the Commonwealth. Sounds like they were, well, they were kind of in trouble at
Main
the
vigil.
Cambridge police station.
This place may appear
They were in
abandoned,
pretty
but
bad
that
shape
doesn't
for a
mean we
while.
should drop our guard.
But
Hell yeah.
the Vault Dweller showed up and gave him a hand. Or a gun. Or something. The Vault Dweller helped them, is what I'm trying to say. Guess they'll probably be on their way soon then. Right? Oh, we're gonna die! Oh! Here's the ink spots again, with, it's all over but the crying. Oh.
It's all over, but the cry. And nobody's crying but me.
Keep your safety off. Whoever or whatever created this mess might still be around.
Friends all over. No, I'm dry.
Who's there?
Hear that?
Out there!
Excuse me, Paladin Dance.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
Hate's too gentle a word. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
Makes sense.
Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed. You should head back to the Prydwen. I'll take care of the shells and the mess.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Hey there, friend. We're in some real trouble. Maybe you can help?
What do you need?
It's these damned greenskins. The super mutants. Whenever they come through, we just have to run away or hide. They take everything they can eat and destroy most everything else. And if they ever took us by surprise, we'd all be dead. We can't live like this. Please, you've got to help us.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thanks. We were kind of at the end of our rope here.
Hope you ain't one of them synths, here to spy on me. Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Iron Maiden's out to an early lead, but Pizza John's right behind. Don't forget Boston Plaster. He's pulled this out before.
This race is really heating up.
It's another great day out here at the track. Coming up next, Lady Lovelace takes on the Iron Maiden.
In my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
Heard you got a new assignment.
Yeah, research.
Babysitting field scribe. It's business.
Keep starting. Why? What'd you get?
Vanguard.
You're kidding.
Shipping out into the next rotation. I'll try to leave a couple of super units for you.
Maxim might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
stop the Institute. For Maxson, for the Brotherhood.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
So, what happens at Fort Strong now?
Paladin Danse is supervising the transfer of the Fat Man warheads to the Prydwen. They'll provide quite an edge to our arsenal. I've also ordered a detachment to occupy the location, and use it as a staging area to protect the eastern side of the airport. All in all, you handed us quite a valuable location.
It was a piece of cake.
I'm glad you feel that way, because it only gets more difficult from here. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Where can I get more signal grenades?
I'd use the supply I gave you sparingly. These devices are far more complex than a standard smoke grenade. Should you need more, you should acquire them from Proctor Tegan.
Will the vertibird stay and help me fight?
I'm afraid I can't spare a fully armed gunship for this task. A standard transport will have to suffice. Of course, nothing's stopping you from using the door gun while in flight.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Where do I start?
I want you to get out there, and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met, so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
What about those energy readings Paladin Dance's recon team detected?
Our scribes are confident that the energy readings are from Institute technology, due to the unusually high frequency. But the source is unknown. We're still detecting them on occasion. But by the time we send a team to investigate, they disappear. Just watch your step. I wouldn't be surprised if the energy reading were caused by some type of Institute weapon. Is there anything else?
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
Our records indicate that the Institute was born from the remnants of a pre-war educational facility, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. The ruins of the facility are at the center of the city, but we've already searched them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago, so it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
Not right now, Elder.
Very well then. Dismissed.
Reactor at 100% efficiency. Talk to Proctor Tegan.
Never
I bet he
forget,
has some excellent
you
mods
are
for
the
Power
eyes
Armor.
and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear any
Damn
suspicious,
ferals. Radiation has a twisted sense of humor. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir!
Good. Ad
There.
Victoriam, Squire.
That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we
Dismissed.
wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
Heard you gave those muties at Fort Strong something to think about.
This science won't know what hit it.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility. We'll get the job done.
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world. You're exceeding the maximum recommended payload for a ground unit, Squire.
Well, the Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance thanks to you. I expect you could use a resupply after a scrap like that.
Set me up?
Got some choice weapons that just came in.
Doesn't it feel good to be
You
a
think
part
the
of something
Commonwealth
as
looks
important as
bad?
the Brotherhood?
You should see the capital wasteland.
What did you want?
Greetings, Knight.